Just I want to discuss a few questions based on circles in this class. X minus 1 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 3 square is one circle. X minus 7 whole square plus y minus 9 whole square is equal to 5 square is another circle. He is asking to find the external center of similitude. So how to find out the external center of similitude? Here center is 1 comma 1, radius is equals to 3, whereas here center is 7 comma 9, radius is equals to 5. So how to find out the external center of similitude? 3 into that center 7 comma 9 minus 5 into 1 comma 1 divided by 3 minus 5, that is the external center of similitude, right? But how to find out the point here? Yes, the point is 3 sevens are 21 minus 5, so you will get a 16 divided by minus 2. Next 3 nines are 27 minus 5, that means 22 divided by minus 2, so we are getting minus 8 comma minus 11 is the external center of similitude. So in the same question he is asking, okay, we got the external center of similitude. Now he is asking to find the sum of the slopes of the direct common tangents. Let us say this is the direct common tangent and this is another direct common tangent. These two direct common tangents, sum of the slopes he is asking. Okay, let us say the slope of this line is equals to m. In this case he is asking, direct common tangent is always passes through the external center of similitude. We got the external center of similitude as minus 8 comma minus 11. One circle center is 1 1 with radius as, what is the radius? Radius is equal to 3. Come on, tell me what is the equation of this line? The equation of the line is, that line equation is y minus y1 is equals to slope into x minus x1, right? So we got the line equation as mx minus y plus 8m minus 11 is equals to 0. So we got this line equation, but what to do? We have to find out the sum of the slope. That means we have to find out the relation in m. Now you can observe from a point 1 comma 1 onto this line, the perpendicular distance must be equal to 3 or not. So from 1 comma 1 onto this line, the perpendicular distance is m minus 1 plus 8m minus 11 divided by square root of m square plus minus 1 whole square, that is the perpendicular distance. That perpendicular distance must be equal to radius. So from this you will get a quadratic equation in m. Yes, we will simplify. So 9m minus 12 in modulus is equals to 3 times root of m square plus 1. Both sides we can cancel 3. If you cancel 3, what happens? 3m minus 4 whole square is equal to m square plus 1. Now further simplification, 9m square plus 16 minus 24m is equals to m square plus 1. Now the simplification we are getting like this, 8m square minus 24m plus 15 is equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. You will get two values of m. One value of m is for this, the other value of m is for this. That's why we will get sum of the slopes he is asking. Sum of the slopes is equals to minus 24 divided by 8. That means minus b by a. Already b is equal to minus 24. That's why we are getting sum of the slopes is equals to 3. Right? So that is the discussion here. He is asking sum of the slopes of the direct common tangent. Direct common tangent is always passes through the external center of similitude. We already got the external center of similitude as minus 8 comma minus 11. Let's have another question here. The question is given in this way: x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to 2 square, x plus 5 whole square plus y minus 10 whole square is equals to 8 square. So those are the equations of two circles given. Then he is asking in the first question number of common tangents. Okay, first question is number of common tangents. Center of the circle is 1, 2, radius is 2. Center of second circle is equals to minus 5, 10, radius is equals to 8. Come on, find out the distance between two centers. D is equal to, come on, distance between these two, you will get 36 plus 64, that is equals to 10 we are getting, that is nothing but R1 plus R2. So distance between two centers is equals to sum of the radii, means what we can say, the two circles touch each other externally. But when the two circles touch each other externally, how many common tangents are possible? Number of common tangents is equals to 3 common tangents are possible. Next question he is asking, okay, you are saying that two circles touch each other externally at the point of intersection of the two circles. That means where those two circles touch each other, at that point we are drawing one tangent. What is the equation of that common tangent? This is the common tangent, which is nothing but the transverse common tangent. He is asking to find the equation of the transverse common tangent. For that I want to discuss in two different methods. First method is, this is one circle S is equal to 0. This is another circle S dash is equal to 0. If you subtract the two circles S minus S dash is equal to 0, you will get the equation of common tangent. Subtract the two circles, you will get the common tangent equation. The second method I am discussing. Second method is what? Now this is the center of the first circle. This is the center of the second circle. Join these two centers. Now center of the first circle is 1, 2 and the center of the second circle is minus 5, 10. We have to find out the equation of this tangent. That means this line equation we have to find out. No doubt these two are perpendicular, right? At the same time, this point is nothing but internal center of similitude. You know how to find out the internal center of similitude. R1 C2 plus R2 C1 by R1 plus R2. Earlier we found the external center of similitude. External center of similitude we are getting minus. For internal center of similitude you will get plus. So we will get the internal center of similitude. That means we know this point. Now slope of this line required. What is the slope of this line? This line slope is equals to 10 minus 2 divided by minus 5 minus 1. That is nothing but 8 divided by minus 6. That is equals to minus 4 by 3 is the slope of this line. Therefore automatically slope of this line is equal to 3 by 4. You know the slope and we know the internal center of similitude. With the help of those two, we can find out the equation of common tangent, right? So that is the way of doing this particular question. One method is S minus S dash is equal to 0. Subtract the two circles. Subtract the two circles. X square term, y square term cancel. You will get x, y constant. The line equation you will get. That is one method. Second method is we are finding the internal center of similitude, because this internal center of similitude divides these two in the ratio R1 is to R2 internally. Okay, we will get I point and this line slope also we will get, because it is perpendicular to the line joining the centers, right? So we are getting the equation of common tangent. In the same question he is asking length of the direct common tangent. What about the length of the direct common tangent? This is the formula for the length of the direct common tangent. D square minus R1 minus R2 whole square. But here the two circles touch each other externally. That's why earlier we discussed that is equals to 2 into R1 into R2. Our first circle center is equals to 2 into one circle radius is equals to R1. Second circle radius is equals to R2. That's why the length of the direct common tangent is equals to 2 into 4, that is equals to 8 is the answer. So that is the way of finding the length of the direct common tangent. Next question is asking like this: two circles having radii 9 and 4 touch each other externally. Find the length of the direct common tangent. That's all. Because one circle radius is given as a 9, the other circle radius is given as a 4. Both the circles touch each other externally. That's why he is asking to find the length of the direct common tangent. As you know, length of the direct common tangent is d square minus r1 minus r2 whole square. You know here d is nothing but r1 plus r2 whole square minus r1 minus r2 whole square. This simplification we got earlier, 4 times r1 r2, which is nothing but 2 times r1 r2 under root. That is the length of the direct common tangent. In the same question he is asking radius of a circle which touches these two circles and also touches the direct common tangent. Very interesting question, you can see. We have to find out the radius of one circle. That circle touches both the circle. We have to find out the radius of this small circle. This circle touches both the circles and also touches the direct common tangent. Right? All of you observe here. This circle radius is given as 9. This circle radius is given as 4. Let us say this circle radius is equals to r. Right? Now this is A, B, and let us say this one as a C. AB is the length of the direct common tangent. That is nothing but AC plus BC. You know AB is nothing but 2 into root of R1 into R2. What about AC? AC is also length of the direct common tangent. These two circles touch each other externally. Here the length of the direct common tangent, because AC is the direct common tangent for these two circles. Now their length of the direct common tangent is equals to 2 into root over R1 into R2. Next, BC also length of the direct common tangent, because these two circles also touch each other externally. So length of this direct common tangent, that means BC length is equals to 2 times 4 into R. Now from this we can find out the value of R naught. This is equals to 9 4s are 36, 2 6 are 12 into 6 into root R plus 4 into root R. Therefore we are getting 144 is equals to 6 plus 4 10 root 2 R. That's why 100 into R. Now we are getting the value of R is equals to 144 divided by 100, which we can simplify it as 36 divided by 25. So that is radius of the circle which touches both the circles and also touches the one of the direct common tangent. Right? So that is another interesting question. So this is the another question given like this: two circles having radii in the ratio 3:1. This is one circle. This is another circle. These two circles radii are in the ratio 3:1. Touch each other externally. Find the angle between direct common tangents. Nothing difficulty here. But this is one common tangent. Now this is the another common tangent. He is asking angle between these two common tangents. This angle we know theta. He is asking 2 theta. Angle between direct common tangents. As we know earlier, we discussed like this. If this is R1 and this is R2. So now this angle is theta. Now this distance is equals to r1 minus r2. This is a right angle. D is the distance between two centers. There we written sin theta is equals to difference of the radii. That means r1 minus r2 divided by d. So if you know theta, then 2 theta is the angle between direct common tangents. 3r minus r divided by 3r plus r, because radii are in the ratio 3:1 given. So one radius, one you are taking 3r means the other one is r. So the two circles touch each other externally, that's why d is equal to r1 plus r2. Now sin theta is equals to 1 by 2 we are getting, therefore theta is equals to pi by 6. That's why the angle between direct common tangents is equal to 60 degrees. Now once again you can observe here, if the radii of the two circles are in the ratio 3:1, radius in the ratio 3:1, and the two circles touch each other externally, this is one common tangent, this is the another common tangent, right? Now these two tangents touches the circle at A and B. Let us say this point of contact is A. The tangent touches the circle at this point B. And let us say this is C point. ABC is an equilateral triangle. ABC is an equilateral triangle. Just now we got the information, this angle is equal to 60 degrees when the radius are in the ratio 3:1. That's why the angle is 60. You know very well, this is the length of the tangent, which is nothing but root over S11. This is the length of the tangent. If this is the length of the tangent, no doubt this is also the length of the tangent. These two are equal. When these two are equal, these two sides are equal. Now these two angles are equal. And this is 60 degrees. And these two angles are equal. No doubt the triangle is an equilateral triangle. Okay. So if R1, R2 radii are in the ratio 3:1 and the circles touch each other, then ABC is an equilateral triangle. Similarly, we can say here, this point is equals to D and this point is equals to E. Now the triangle CDE is also an equilateral triangle. The reason is, this is also the length of the tangent, this is also the length of the tangent. These two tangents are equal in length. That's why these two angles are same. Again you will get equilateral triangle. CDE is an equilateral triangle. So one other important point for objective exams. Now the last question, two circles having radii 9 and 3 touch each other externally. This is one circle whose radius is 9. This is another circle whose radius is 3. These two circles touch each other externally. No doubt he is saying 9 and 3. Radii are in the ratio 3:1. So angle between direct common tangents is equal to 60 degrees. Right. So this is say one common tangent which is called a direct common tangent. What he is asking in the question is, find the area bounded between the circle and also the direct common tangent. One of the direct common tangent. That means he is asking us to find area of this shaded portion. And area bounded between the two circle and also the direct common tangent. One of the direct common tangent. That area we have to find out. The information given in the question is, this radius of the circle is given as 9 and radius of this circle is given as 3. Distance between two centers is equals to, we know D is equals to R1 plus R2, right? Okay. So now radius of the circle is 9 and this one is 3. At the same time, can you tell me what about the length of the direct common tangent? length of the direct common tangent is equals to 2 into root over r1 into r2, that is the length of the direct common tangent. Now I can write this one as 6 root 3, right? So once again, two circles touch each other externally, and the length of this common tangent, that is direct common tangent, this length is equals to, we know, 6 times root 3, and these two lines are parallel lines. These two lines are parallel lines. Let us say this is A, B, P, Q. Can you tell me what is the area of a trapezium? The trapezium area is equals to half into sum of the parallel sides into distance between the parallel sides, right? So that is nothing but 36 root 3 is the area of the trapezium. We got the trapezium area, but we required the area of the shaded portion. Now observe here what I am doing. What about this angle? We know 30 degrees. If that is the 30 degrees, this is a tangent and this is a normal 90 degrees. So this angle is equal to 60. That's why this angle is equal to 2 pi by 3. Here 30 degrees and this is a 90. Now 90 plus a 30. So this angle is equal to pi by 3. Now I hope so you can find out the area of this sector. What is the area of the sector? Sector area is equals to r square theta divided by 2 area of this sector. Similarly, can you tell me what is the area of this sector? The sector area is equals to r square theta divided by 2 area of that sector. Now what to do? From the trapezium area, we have to remove these two sectors area. From the trapezium area, we are subtracting this sector area and this sector area. You will get the area of this shaded portion which is required for us, right? So area of the trapezium minus area of the sum of two sectors, you will get the area of required portion, right? So that is the way of doing this particular question. Next class we will try to discuss a few more questions. Okay, bye bye.